Freebies. So I'm in a very good mood tonight, and you guys know I have to have my juice near and dear with my straw because it's just better with the straw, so you won't get all that sugar like on your teeth, especially if you are drinking fruit juice as much as I do. So I want to get to these questions. I'm excited. So the first question is, can you talk about mental clarity and what that looked like on your journey? So in the beginning, it was difficult because I did not see any changes. And I will say that was in the first 30 days. No changes at all. I really didn't see the benefits until about week 6. And if you guys look back at the history of my videos, you'll notice that I didn't start talking about my journey until I got to week 6. Like, it was just, and I think to be a little bit more specific, I think it was like day 35 when I started talking about my journey, because the first 30 days were the absolute like worst. Like, all the symptoms were in the first 30 days, well, the worst of them. And it was just like a lot going on. Like, I was the most depressed in the first 30 days. But now it's like, I'm like calmer. I had to like kick a lot of people out of my life. Like, I lost a lot of friends on this journey, like literally more than 2. So it's like you go through ups and downs and you realize what you need to do to better your life. And that's something that you learn throughout your juice fast, because it seems like you begin to really see who the people are who are around you, and you begin to learn more about yourself, and you begin to become more confident too, because as you go through this journey, it's very difficult to do a juice fast. And it's like week 1, week 2, week 3, you're feeling confident because now you feel like you're in control of your life, and that's the most important thing. So question number 2, I have 2 questions. First, what do you think about the sugar content in all fruit juices, and can that in some way have a negative impact on the body long term? Second, did you release the mucoid plaque, or is that just a myth? Mucoid plaque, I don't think it's a myth. I do think that some people release it, but I think that varies by person. Like I said in so many of my videos, everybody's body is different, and I don't think that everybody has that or needs to release that. I think it's maybe some people are more backed up than others naturally or genetically, and so when they do go on like a juice fast or a detox, they tend to release it. Also, I noticed that a lot of people who do release it, they're not just using juice, they're also using other thing, like I think it's called I feel like I'm about to say it incorrectly, so if I am, please forgive me. Facilian husk, something along that line. But I know a lot of people are using that. So it's like you're trying to force your body to do something. And I feel like whatever the body supposed to do naturally, it will do without any help. And so, no, I did not release it to answer your question. But prior to even getting on this juice fast, I did hear about it, and I just didn't think that it was something that was supposed to happen with everybody. I just think that some people are more backed up than others, or maybe it could be linked to like something totally different that has nothing to do with like a detox. I'm not 100% confident when it comes to that whole situation. So I don't really like to speak on it, but I do not believe that you are not cleansed if you don't release it, if that makes sense. To answer the second part of your question, as far as the fruit juices, no, I don't think it has a negative impact on the body, because I've been taking it in for 80 days now. So I proved myself wrong, because at first I thought that was the case from doing all this research. I just feel like a lot of things that we go through in life, you have to go through them like through trial and error. Like, we love to research, which is a great thing, because you want to know like what to expect to some extent. You're supposed to like take information and make the best wise decision moving forward, not necessarily take it as facts and avoid it altogether. I like to experience things for myself, and if it benefits me, I like to carry on. And of course, you can do things like get blood tests or do whatever makes you feel comfortable, but it is not necessary for you to like just avoid it because everybody else says avoid it because it's sugar. To be honest, I think when you mix fruit sugar, white sugars, and all of that, I think that it causes a lot of health issues because it adds to the inflammation and adds to the problem. So I think when you're mixing it with other sugars that are not natural sugars, that's when it becomes a problem. But if you are just taking in fruit sugar, no, I don't think it's a problem at all. I never heard of anyone who was on a high raw diet that was primarily taking in fruit having like diabetes or anything like that. Please correct me if I'm wrong, but I never heard of it. I never seen it. And that's just, you know, my thoughts on the sugar part. Like I said, I prove myself wrong by taking in so much fruit and not having any problems. I get so much energy from our fruits. I think that if I was not taking in fruit juices at all, I probably would have low energy like nobody's business. The only reason why I'm still up and going, vlogging, at the gym, working, the reason why I'm able to do all of those things is because of the fruit. So you can't, it's like for people to tell me that it's unhealthy, I think it's like crazy. I'm gonna do what my body says do. And I think that if your body says, hey, I need veggies, not fruit, then I think you should go for veggies. But if your body is saying, hey, I'm craving fruit and not veggies, go for the fruit, because your body will tell you what it wants. You just have to sometimes be quiet a little bit and like just listen. And when you listen, you'll be surprised at what it tells you. Okay, so next question. How long do you use water as your base in your juices? I love your videos, by the way. Thank you so much. I'm glad you're watching. I use water as my base in a lot of veggie juices. Like when I go all veggie, I put water in my juice only because veggies don't produce that much juice. And I like to make sure that I get in a certain amount a day. So as long as I'm getting hydrated, as long as I'm getting in tons of nutrients from the vegetables, I don't think whatever base you use matters. At first, the reason why I was doing it was because of money. And even when money is tight today, I still use water. If it gets to that point, I think it's wise to do what fits into your budget. And I also think it's wise to use water if that's just your preference. Like it doesn't even have to do anything with money. Like if it's just your preference, go for it and use water. I was just initially using it for, you know, budget purposes, but you know, outside of that, I still use it from time to time, only in my Go Green juices. I don't use it in my fruit juices because fruit juices naturally produce more juice, so I don't have to add water like my cantaloupe, my honeydew. Like I can get a lot of juice out of my fruit. I just can't get a lot of juice from my veggies. So when the time comes and I don't have any cucumbers in the house and I don't want to go to the store, I use water. That's just how it is. Okay, so the next question. Did your body go through a period of transition where you didn't feel well? How long did that last? I would say the first 30 days. The first 30 days was the absolute toughest for me. The symptoms did not subside until about week 6. That's why I did not record the first 30 days. And it sucks because I feel like that would have really gave you guys the raw, uncut version of how I was, but I didn't even think I was gonna make it past 30 days. Like literally 2 days out from getting to that 30-day mark, I was like, you know what, I can go longer. And then that's when I decided to vlog it. But the first 30 days, like I was like miserable. Like it was not funny. Like it sucked. So if you are having symptoms right now, just know that it's temporary. It will go away, but you really have to give it time and you have to be patient. You have to be. I'm telling you, it's so necessary. Okay, so the next question, I'm loving this. Okay, so do you buy all your fruits and vegetables organic? I try to buy all my vegetables organic because they are not that expensive, but it's fairly cheap to buy organic vegetables than it is to buy organic fruit. So organic vegetables, I always purchase organic parsley, cilantro, chard. I try to buy organic cucumbers, but when it comes to cucumbers, because I use so much, I don't like to always buy them organic. I may do half and half, or I may do non-organic cucumbers. Like I rarely go all organic with cucumbers all the time. It just does not happen. With my fruit, no, I do not buy all my fruit organic, especially the pineapples. They are very expensive in store, okay, organic. But I do try to buy my oranges and apples organic because it's not that bad. I think it's like $4.99, $5.99. So when I catch a sale, yeah, I'll, you know, get them, but I don't necessarily go organic like that when it comes to my fruit. Like my cantaloupe, and a lot of stores don't even offer them organic. So my cantaloupe and my honeydew, there was no organic cantaloupe or honeydew in the store. So I didn't have an option but to get the non-organic ones. So, you know, sometimes when you go to the store, you don't have that choice. And sometimes when you try to shop around, you still don't have that choice, because a lot of stores, you know, when it comes to certain fruits and vegetables, they just don't sell them organic, and it sucks. Well, from where I live, I can't speak from where you guys live. So yeah, let's get to the next question. How are you maintaining your weight, and how can you juice fast without losing weight? I wanted to lose weight initially, so I was working out and I was juicing at the same time, so it wasn't a problem. Now that I'm at my lowest weight, I would say to sustain the weight that you're at without losing weight, you have to drink more juice. And I mean nothing less than 6 liters. If you can go more than that, go for it. But I would say 6 liters should do the job. Like, I wouldn't say take in more than that. So if you take in 6 liters consistently every single day, you should be fine. And I think 6 liters equate to like 202 ounces. Yeah, 202 ounces. Now 6 liters is a lot of freaking juice, okay? So you will be juicing like crazy to take in 6 liters daily. That's where I'm at right now, and it is a struggle, and it does take a lot out of you, which is why time management is so important. I think a lot of people sleep on that, but time management is definitely a skill to have. Like, you have to manage your time well to be able to successfully like go on a juice fast. Okay, so the next question: what changes do you notice around that time of the month? It got better. No symptoms. I used to have cramps, and you know, as I began to lose weight, it got better. So I think it had a lot to do with weight loss. I don't know. It seemed like the more weight I lost, the better it got. I used to get cramps. I don't get cramps anymore. Like, my body feels amazing. And that's crazy because I just recently had one, and it was like nothing. I didn't have any issues, and I love that. And it was lighter. I forgot to mention that part. It was lighter, not to the point where it was questionable, like, oh my god, I need to go to the doctor, I'm losing my cycle. No, not like that. But it was lighter in a sense of, it's not, I didn't have that heavy flow. TMI, I guess, huh? TMI, too much? Let me know if that's too much. Okay, so the next question: did any parasites come out of you? I got this question before, but it's hard for me to answer. And the only reason why I said it's hard for me to answer is because I don't know. I think that it did. I know in the first 30 days, I did have loose stools, but it was so loose and I just felt so uncomfortable that when I would use the bathroom, I would like flush. I wouldn't even look in the toilet. Like, it was just, ugh. You know what I mean? So I flushed, and I did it every time. I didn't really look to see if there were like anything floating or parasites or anything like that. So I can't answer that question. Now my body is so used to juice fasting that I don't, of course, none of that happens anymore. Like, I don't see anything in my stools or anything of that nature. Like, nothing happens at all, nothing. So in the beginning it did, and it could have happened. So I think that it's possible. You know, I felt like a lot came out of me, which is why I didn't look, you know, in the toilet. But if you are on this journey, I think that you should. You know, in retrospect, I just did not expect to get past 30 days. So it was a lot that I wish I would have paid attention to that I really didn't. As you know, I mentioned the parasites. I just did not look for those things. So, you know, it sucks, but yeah. So I think that's all of the questions. Thank you guys so much. I think at the end of my 90-day juice fast, I want to do another Q&A because I want, you know, everybody to, you know, get their final questions in, or maybe somebody thought about something, you know, and want to come back and ask, you know, additional question. Please feel free to do so. I will be doing another Q&A. I'm excited. We're almost to the end of my 2 weeks. Like, this is freaking crazy. Like, I want to celebrate. And another thing that's crazy is that I'm low-key a little bit sad, because it's like, oh my god, like, this is ending. Like, what am I gonna do? Like, my whole life is surrounded by juices. Like, my whole entire life is juicing right now. Like, no hanging out, no friends. It's just all work and juicing, and not just work like my full-time job, but also vlogging. So it's just a lot. Like, I don't know what I'm going to do with myself. You know, it kind of makes me sad, and it's crazy because I'm ready for my juice fast to end, but it's like it only takes a short amount of time for you to get used to a new lifestyle. And I feel like what I'm doing right now feels like a lifestyle versus a journey. And it's scary because now I feel like I'm changing my lifestyle, if that even makes sense. Okay, I don't even know if that makes sense. That's how I feel like I'm changing my lifestyle, and it's just crazy. Like, this is an amazing experience though. Like, it made me such a kinder person. And what I mean by that is that I was like this mean, grumpy girl, like attitude all the time, and now I'm just like, I don't know, like it's just like I feel myself like calming down. I feel myself being kinder, and I feel myself just, you know, showing more love. Like, I'm full of love. I feel like it gave me more love, if that even makes sense. So yeah, so I am going to drink some of my juice because I've been busy all day and I just did not have time to finish this, and I need to finish this before bed. And also, just in case somebody want to know, I do not put a time limit on when I finish drinking my juices for the day. Like, I literally drink until all my juices are gone, and if they are not, then I am going to drink them before bed. I definitely drink them before bed like that. Don't take in anything after 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. Baby, I don't care what time it is. Like, I'm going to drink my juice. Ooh. This is the one that I put a lot of ginger in. I thought I got to this juice earlier, but clearly I didn't. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any more questions, please drop a comment. If you are new and this is your first time watching my video, please drop a comment, follow me, subscribe, do all of that good stuff, because baby, more content to come. So I guess I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.